Alright, Primitive Archer here again with you guys. I uploaded a video yesterday about primitive arrows made out of cattail, and I wanted to recap with you guys on that. My friend was making that, so he's a good guy, don't get me wrong, but he's kind of a pain in the ass. Today is kind of my overview of my old archery gear. It's kind of my revised edition. Since last time my arrows looked all ragged and bullshit and looked like something a third grader would do. But I since then made some mods and kind of updated my own gear a little bit to fit where I hunt a lot, and here it is. So I'm starting off with this one. This is a small game arrow. This little black point here was meant to pierce small game. This is actually pretty big compared to the rest of the arrow. I don't know if you can see that so well. The last time I saw you guys, my fletchings looked pretty weird. So here I have what's called imitation eagle feathers, and right here they're just bound on with sinew thread right here, and then bound at the front and back, and then up here we have a hemp reinforcement for our nocks here. So that's actually one of them. I actually have a lot of them. Here I have one more type of arrow, and this is actually just meant for a flight arrow, but it could be used to hunt game. This is again has a large big point. It's got a good amount of sinew wrapping right there. The only thing different about this arrow is the type of fletching style. This is actually a flight arrow, meaning to go more of a distance, more focused on distance, instead of like penetrating skin or game or anything. And these are still old arrows. These are old shafts. I've recycled them and reused them, and they actually measure up quite well. Here's one of my large game arrows. This is kind of a replica of a large game arrow I saw my grandfather use. You've got your thick point here. It might not look so thick on camera, but it's actually pretty thick. Back here you have a cotton cord wrapping covered in beeswax, melted beeswax. And for these fletching styles, I chose more of a triangle fletch, or a right triangle fletch, whatever you want to call it. Again, all my arrows are kind of bound here in the middle with a thread, good sinew thread. That way because I don't use glue on my arrows because it's too messy. And then it's bound up here, of course, with artificial sinew up here and up here. And then nock on. This one's actually a little deeper for my Mediterranean style release for my bow. So yeah, and of course, I've got a lot more down here. I've got longer fletchings for shorter distance, and then shorter fletchings for longer. I guess that's kind of the dogma of it, I guess. Anyway, but yeah. So that's all my arrows. It's actually a good, decent quiver full, and they're all good hunting arrows. I have marked them with little nix marks of my blade, with one of my blades, to recognize them as a small and large game arrow. And I'm actually going to take you guys over here to my bow, my two bows that I have, and both are reflexed, heavily reflexed. Well, not heavily, but they're pretty good reflex. First off is the one I made out of hickory. There's those recurves you guys saw me put in with my reflexing video, and this one actually kind of took a little bit of the reflex out of it because it was straining too much. But this one kept full reflex, and it lost I think it lost half an inch at most. This bow is actually for a friend. He's just starting out, and his family, I guess, really doesn't use bows. He's actually the guy who held my camera for the cattails video. So he'll be getting a sneak peek if he watches this. This bottom limb I'm going to have to weaken because, as you can see, we had the tip up here snapped right here. and I had to, it's actually pretty long. It came from here all the way up to here, but up here it wasn't so bad, so I covered it in Gorilla Glue, and it's held up so far. And I found out why this has so much set with it is because it's crowned on the top limb, but on this bottom limb it's perfectly flat. But you can see we've removed our glue backing. You can see the delineation here between the backing and the bottom here. Okay, and you can see how this part right here that I've gone through the pith. I'm going, and it's coming along. It's actually pretty strong. It is still a hunting weight weapon. What I'm going to do, so I haven't put the backing on yet. When I get some glue of my own, so I don't have to keep borrowing my neighbor's because he's getting pretty mad about it. I'm actually just going to back this. That way, if splinters resist the urge to, blow up on me. So that's enough with that Archery one. Here's another one my grandpa made. Now, note this is when he was a kid, and this one's far better than I can ever make. But well, in my opinion, it is. But here we have an Osage orange bow. Up the top here, it's got an old sinew wrapping that was right here. It's just a thread right now because, there wasn't so much of a crack there. Here, he's got a heavy sinew backing because it's where it bends the most. It's right here. Got your handle section here and your little arrow rest. There used to be a deer hide grip right here above it, but that since has been gone. You can see where this long crack formed right here, and it didn't crack too bad, but it goes all the way down and it breaks up in the grain. So my grandpa fixed that and put it back up to where it needed to be. Again, we have another thread one up here, thread wrapping, and that's actually pretty good. You can tell not on this limb, but on this other limb, right here, I don't know if you can tell because it's so dark, but there's a little wrap, there's a little drawing right here. I'm trying to get into the light so you guys can see it, but yeah, this one's also hunting weight, but I really don't hunt with it. It's more for sentimental reasons that I use it. And so those are my two bows and my arrows. Now these arrows are actually extra longer than they need to be for this limb, for this bow. And why that is, I'm actually going to turn this on me because I don't like doing that. And the reason is because they make my bows. I don't really make separate bundles of arrows with them because it takes too long. And customers usually like their stuff in kind of a timely fashion. So, yeah. But I make them extra long, and when they see those, they always ask why, and I always tell them it's because you want to be accurate, you want to be, pinpoint accurate, not so much with a primitive bow. You can achieve pinpoint accuracy, but it takes years of, intense, not training per se, but it takes a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for, fail and trial and error. That's what I'm looking for. Takes a lot of trial and error, and yeah. So I'm gonna end it here because I probably lost your attention already. But when I get these bows strung up, I'm actually gonna shoot a couple shots. I'm gonna have my friend help me with that too, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Hope you guys have fun. Keep shooting, keep your arrows straight. All right. Bye.